This spring has been jam-packed with amazing games, but if you can believe it, we still have so much more to come. Oh, and maybe a few next-gen consoles too. So in today's video, I'll be joined by my buddy ShadowElite to share with you 8 upcoming JRPGs that you'll definitely want to keep an eye on, so let's get started. What's going on? My name is Taylor, and welcome to the Gaming Shelf. If you enjoy JRPGs and want to stay up to date with the latest news, reviews, and other fun videos, then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. One strategy RPG that I've had my eye on since it was revealed in 2018 is Fae Tactics. Its stunning pixel art and animation grabbed me immediately. It's hard not to think of all-time classics like Final Fantasy Tactics when you watch gameplay. It feels like the developers really understand what made those games incredible with great level design and skill variety. Fae Tactics also touts a few unique features like menuless gameplay and tackling battles in whatever order you want. As a massive strategy RPG fan, this looks to have everything I'm looking for, and I'm excited to play when it releases really soon.
I haven't dived too deep into the Bravely series as much as I would like, but I'll be making it my personal mission to play Bravely Default 2 when it drops. The game looks to have really stepped it up visually, coming from the land of the 3DS on the Switch with the Unreal Engine 3. As a result, the game looks pleasing for the eyes, and to me at least it nails it at capturing the aesthetic of its predecessors while staying true to the overall look. Bravely Default 2 features a turn-based battle system using a mechanic called Brave and Default. You can use Default, which will allow you to defend while also stacking up BP, Brave points. You can then use the accumulated Brave points to get multiple actions in a turn from a single character. Combine this with a very generous and flexible job changing system for each character, and you get gameplay that borderline feels tactical. I know I'm going to enjoy Bravely Default 2 when it launches.
One publisher that I've been really impressed with lately is P-Cube Games. They seem to have a knack for finding hidden gems, and Tears of Avia looks to be another fun one to add to their roster. This upcoming strategy RPG touts strong character customization by allowing you to mix and match abilities along with a deep skill tree. Admittedly, the production value isn't as high as something like Valkyria Chronicles or Fire Emblem, but Tears of Avia does have a nice visual style in its own right. Strangely, this is only releasing for Xbox One and PC. PS4 and Switch are typically home to these types of games, so hopefully we'll get those ports at a later date. No matter your platform of choice, Tears of Avia is one hidden gem that you should keep on your radar.
Idea Factory and Keppel Heart are never without a JRPG releasing soon in any given year, so it's no surprise from them that we are getting Death End Request 2. This game is an RPG that will have you partaking in turn-based battles with unique elements, but it also veers into the territory of visual novel with a good amount of cutscenes. I dabbled a bit in the first Death End Request game and thought it was a pretty alright game. The unique elements of the battle system kept my interest. You can knock enemies into each other in the game of pool sort of way to deal extra damage, and some attacks actually switch up the genre of the game to change gameplay, and it was fun as a result. But the game didn't keep my interest for too long, as me and visual novels don't really mix all that well. But from what I play, I think we can assume that this sequel will be more of the same and feature a nice story with some rather captivating visuals and dark elements. If you're looking for a game that stands out from the pack and don't mind visual novels, I think Death End Request 2 will service you well. Probably.
The remakes keep on rolling in 2020 with Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. Harvest Moon Back to Nature is one of my all-time favorite games, and I'm thrilled to see it's been remade for the Nintendo Switch. Despite its upgraded visuals, I have to say that I'm not the biggest fan of chibi art styles. They look a little too exaggerated for my taste. I also watched some bits of gameplay, and I'm kind of worried about annoying sound effects like repetitive running. Those grievances aside, there is so much more to be excited about. The character portraits got fantastic updated art, the music still sounds pretty great, and the overall vibe is just as cozy as ever. Harvest Moon Back to Nature is also one of my most nostalgic games ever, and I absolutely can't wait to give this remake a go when it releases this July.
Personally, I was never interested in Crystal Chronicles upon its original release, but I know some of you loved this game on the GameCube, and this remaster looks like it will capture the same magic you love. Crystal Chronicles is an action game that will have you teaming up with friends to take on foes. It seems the primary focus upon its original release was to team up locally with friends to take on the game's many challenges. Thankfully, here in this remaster, you'll have online co-op to make it easier to team up with your friends. Some of the new features of this remaster include new skins for characters, new character voices, new dungeons and bosses, along with of course your revamp to the graphics. The game always looked fun to me from afar, but not something I would ever prioritize to play. But I'm interested to see how many of you will be getting this game and if you played it in the past or are jumping into this game for the first time.
After months of rumors, Nintendo finally unveiled Paper Mario: The Origami King for Nintendo Switch. This game looks to carry on the strong, colorful art style from Color Splash with the additions of papercraft aesthetics. One feature that fans are thrilled to see returning is partners. The trailer showed all kinds of different partner characters, including a folded up Bowser. Combat seems to revolve around lining up enemies in a ring so you can take out as many as possible. There wasn't much shown in the reveal trailer, so hopefully we'll learn more soon. Fans have been wanting a return to classic Paper Mario games, and thankfully we won't have to wait too long to see how Paper Mario the Origami King shakes out, as it's coming this July. After what I personally feel like were a string of mediocre games, the Tales series seems like it's finally reinventing itself with Tales of Arise. The art style looks stunning, the character design so far look great, and the combat looks like an absolute blast. The story deals with neighboring planets as one has been depleting the other of its resources for centuries. Two warriors, Alfred and Xion, look to change the future by fighting back. Of all the JRPGs yet to release in 2020, Arise is easily my most anticipated. Its intriguing mix of action combat and world design have me begging for more. It's a little worrying that it's been so silent this year, and with Bandai Namco canceling this year's Tales Festival, I wouldn't be surprised to see this get delayed to 2021. I really believe Tales of Arise is the shot in the arm that the Tales series needed, and hopefully it delivers whenever it releases. Now, if you want to hear about even more JRPGs coming in 2020, then make sure you check out the video on Shadow's channel. He was gracious enough to let me join him on his video, so we'll be sharing more in that video, so make sure you click on it and check it out. And if you're new here and you're coming from Shadow's channel, then definitely consider subscribing, as I put out tons of JRPG content every week. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.